I want to talk about how to not be a commodity in the home service industry. And newsflash, you really can't, but there's 5 different ways to differentiate yourself, enough to be able to raise your prices a little bit and be able to raise your close rate because you stand out. And you can't really stand out that much because at the end of the day, you are installing a product and have labor. And unless you have a company that has your own product, so if you're a roofing company with your own shingle brand, that's the only way you're going to be able to stand out. And unless you have something magical, you really can't. And hi, I'm Carl Stoy from Stoy Media. Over the past year and a half, we've been helping businesses grow with paid ads and getting them more opportunities to sell. And here's kind of 5 different things you can do for a home service company to be able to stand out enough to, like I said, raise your prices and raise your close rate. But number 1, and this one's really cliche and everyone talks about this, but we have a completely different take about it on this channel. And that's growing your personal brand. So build a brand. So now there's going to be a video on this channel called How to Grow a Home Service Brand. Please go check that out. It's going to explain it to you in a lot different terms than I've seen anyone else talk about it. But if you see your company from a perspective of this is a person with traits who has a reputation about them, how would this person become famous? How would they want to become well known amongst everyone? Well, they probably want to start posting on social medias. They probably want to start getting seen in articles. They're on Forbes, they're on this. You would want to act like as if the company was a person, and then from there try and become famous. And famous for the right reasons, let's be clear. And so building a brand is essentially the #1 way to where you can stand out enough to start getting free leads and start getting a higher close rate because people know you. I mean, if we think of fast food, what is the #1 burger company that you would imagine for fast food? McDonald's. Now, I don't know what you eat, but chances are you probably thought of McDonald's. Why? Because they have a huge brand and they can keep jacking up their prices just because you'll keep buying from them. It's same thing with like Chipotle. They're getting expensive, but I'll keep buying it because I think it's great. And so building a brand is enough to be able to help you stand out and be able to get you more free leads. Now, number 2, you have build a unique offer. And by this, we normally onboard people and then explain them how to put together an offer. So feel free to check out in the description if you actually want to work with us. But there's kind of a cheat code to building a unique offer. And that's not just doing free quotes. Understand, get good financing. Not the really cheap companies that are going to give homeowners a 20% interest rate, not to name any names, but those companies where it's going to take a commission from you to be able to get them a good offer. Things like 0% APR for 24 months, $0 down for 12 months or 24 months. These types of offers stand out enough to be able to make you stand out. And the truth is, like I mentioned, you can't really not become a commodity in the home services. You are basically eggs. All of you are eggs next to each other in a row. If you would bedazzle one of the eggs, maybe that will make you a little bit stand out, but at the end of the day, when you open the egg, the same thing is gonna be in there. So there's only so much you can do to stand out, but the truth is you're still a commodity and you kind of have to hover around the same price, unless you like stand out that much. And so building a unique offer is a way to also increase your close rate, because the truth is, and this is really unfortunate and it hurts my heart, people can't write $1,000 check just to save their lives. And so if you think that someone has $15,000 for a roof out of pocket, you're kindly mistaken. I mean, unless they've been listening to Dave Ramsey, they usually don't have all the money out of pocket. So getting them good financing is not only a way to increase your close rate, but it's a way to give back to the homeowners, getting them a good financing option through one of your lenders who are going to take a commission from you. Which, by the way, if you have a really good financing offer, you can raise the prices a little bit for a financing fee and then be able to take it off if they don't do the financing with you, which also makes the price cheaper and makes them more likely to go with you. Another one, though, to add on to the offers is make a better warranty. I think a great one right now is making sure that you remain trustworthy to the homeowners. Everyone has heard the stories of roofers or remodelers or window guys taking a deposit, taking a big lump sum of money and running away. Everyone's heard it. So the truth is, for every single landing page and every single ad, you should be positioning your home service company to be trustworthy, because people don't trust you. The truth is, People just don't trust you. No matter how many roofs you do a year, especially if you're the little guy, they're a lot more skeptical of the little guy, even though you may be cheaper. So that's kind of why you should also, if you're the little guy, don't be the cheapest option around, because they know you're more likely to run away with their money. And so ensuring that you have a great warranty, things like lifetime warranty, making sure you have like a 10-year or like a 15-year or 20-year. And I want to kind of change your perspective on this. If you only have a workmanship warranty, which is essentially these limited lifetime warranties or these 10 or 20-year workmanship warranties, it protects the homeowner against you installing the roof wrong. So if you trust your crews and you know that this is your callback percentage, so essentially you need to put together good tracking. So you know, these are all the roofs we've installed, how many of them have called back for a warranty claim. If you understand that your warranty claim is so small, you may only get like 1 or 2 warranty claims a year or a month, and you are able to stomach that, and you are able to have good crews who install good roofs and don't have the problems that would require a workmanship warranty to be kind of called back for. Because as mentioned, if your crew installs the roof right, or the remodel or the windows, if your crews do it right, they won't call back for a workmanship warranty. And so being able to have a big lifetime warranty or big limited lifetime warranty, knowing that, okay, only one person a year or 10 or 20 people a year are going to call back, then if you can stomach it, then go for it. And this bigger warranty is also going to increase your close rate, meaning you're going to get more money and be able to stomach the prices of the callbacks, which if you have a warranty that you stand by and you don't get very many calls, I think this is perfect for you. Having a better warranty and kind of boosting that up is going to be able to bedazzle your egg, if you've heard my analogy from earlier. Now, another one, sponsor local events. Things like t-ball tournaments, soccer tournaments, boxing tournaments. I've heard all sorts of things. Sponsoring the local events helps you be able to kind of build that personal brand, build that rapport with people there, but it also makes you a staple in the community because you're giving back to the community that gives you money, meaning you are just showing them how appreciative you are. And so being able to sponsor local events and get in front of the homeowners who are taking their kids to t-ball or softball or soccer or flag football or whatever it is, you're able to get in front of more people and further bedazzle your egg. Now, the last one is going to be pretty important. Add more to the customer experience. And I'll write that down. Add more to the customer experience. And I put together a different video essentially saying how to make sales appointments more effective. Feel free to watch that video and watch it fully, because please understand that there's going to be a lot of nuggets you can pull out of that one. But a couple specific and granular ways where you can make this customer experience better is having gifts at the end of sales. So we'll say gifts. Once someone closes a sale with you, there's a couple things that you can do to make that final kind of experience last. Putting together, not drinks, which I have heard that people do this. Don't give people drinks. It's a lot easier and more inclusive to everyone to just give them like cookies or something like that. Without gluten, without, vegan, it's halal, it's all this other stuff. Make sure that it's like the most neutral thing you can do. And usually this gift is not a big bottle of champagne, because there's so many people who don't drink and then they're just gonna have this bottle of champagne sitting around, or they're gonna give it back to you. So it's better for this after sale gift to be something like cookies, as mentioned, cookies or brownies or pizza or something, I don't know, something like that, where it's going to be something that they can eat and they can enjoy and they can feel good in the moment. But also leave things like gift cards for a $10 or $20 or $50 gift card for Red Lobster, or a $100 or $200 gift card for Red Lobster is going to be a great way to also make that experience last, because they're going to take out their whole family to Red Lobster. And you may say, well, I don't want to factor in $200 for a Red Lobster gift card. Well, here's a question. Would you drop the price $200 to make the sale? If you would, then raise the price $200 to be able to make that experience last. Because if they make that experience really good at the end, well, then they're going to refer you to someone else and you're going to make your money back. So if you would drop the price, $200 or $500 to get a review and make them refer you to someone and or make that sale, then spend $200 to $500 or however many you would drop the price in order for them to close on a gift to show your appreciation to them. Now, if you drop the price $2,000, don't give them a $2,000 gift. You can still stick to a, $150 with most of that weight being on the gift card. Another one is to be able to do that pre-appointment intro with the salesman and the homeowner, being able to build that rapport. And that's another video, as I mentioned, how to make a sales appointment more effective. Check out that video. But having that pre-appointment intro makes your company a lot more human. They're buying from the salesman, not just the company. And a last one to wrap this all up and make the customer experience as best as possible. And the last one to wrap this all up and make the customer experience that much better, and that's include them in mailing lists. And I know that this marker is just not that great, so maybe you can't read all of this, but essentially this mailing list one may be an unlock for you. And most car dealerships do this, but are you willing to spend, I wanna say, $1,000 to $2,000 for every single holiday, such as Christmas, such as Thanksgiving, such as New Year's? Would you be willing to spend, as mentioned, $1,000 just to be able to send out to every single customer you've had that year to just say, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and start consistently doing that? Because what you're gonna be able to do is start sending out this huge mailing list of just people saying, Merry Christmas from the XYZ company, which makes them, and most people do see it as kind of cheesy, but this doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It's a card from a company that nobody else does this. I have heard 0 stories of other people doing this, and maybe you've heard one person doing this. But if one person is doing it, then you can do it too. And that's sending a mailing list to everyone and just saying, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. We are thankful for you, letting us remodel your bathroom or install your roof or, replace your windows. We are thankful for you. Nobody else does this. And so if you're willing to actually spend a couple bucks, that doesn't mean a couple bucks, but like maybe a couple thousand or a couple hundred, feel free to go get a quote at whatever company you're gonna use for mailing to people for every single holiday. You are going to be able to stand out. You're going to be able to bedazzle your egg, as mentioned before, because the truth is, you and every other roofing company, you and every other remodeling company, you and every other window company or every other concrete company or whatever you do, you and every other company are eggs in a long row. And if your egg can be bedazzled by putting little spots on it, making it stand out with all these other things, you are going to be able to stand out enough. Yes, you may be around the same price, maybe you may be a little bit higher, but because you look different, you're more likely to be chosen, meaning you'll have more cash collected, more revenue, your company will grow. And so if you have any questions or potentially want to look into getting more opportunities to sell projects, then tap the button below. Feel free to reach out to stoymedia.com and we'll set up a discovery call and we'll just see if this would be a good fit.